Over $6 billion burned. 120,000 customers waiting for a smartphone that never launched at the price they were promised. Warehouses filled with units no one wants to buy. And a tech startup once valued at $18 billion. Seeing its dreams collapse in less than 14 months, this is the catastrophic story of Novatech and their doomed flagship smartphone, the highly hyped, massively marketed, utterly broken X1, a device that promised everything and delivered nothing. This is how a company that once called itself the future of mobile computing ended up becoming one of the biggest product failures in consumer technology history. Let's go back to the beginning. It's March 2023. Silicon Valley is buzzing about one company, Novatech. Founded by ex-designers from 3 major tech giants, they claimed they weren't just making another phone. They were reinventing the entire idea of a phone. They promised a flagship with a starting price of $299, a battery that lasted for days, a camera that beat every iPhone and Samsung, a processor twice as fast as anything in the market, AI-driven features no phone had ever tried before, a design made from aerospace-grade materials, a cooling system inspired by gaming laptops, a GPU that could run any game at console quality. They called it X1. Media outlets called it the upcoming iPhone killer. Tech influencers called it the most exciting device of the decade. Investors called it the next trillion-dollar ecosystem. But internally, Novatech knew something the public didn't know. None of this actually worked yet. Behind the polished ads and glossy presentations, the engineering team was struggling from day one. The custom chip NovaCore A1 overheated constantly. The AI camera system failed in low light. The 4-day battery lasted barely 14 to 18 hours. The aluminum frame bent under minimal pressure. The cooling system rattled inside early prototypes. But every time engineers raised concerns, management gave the same answer. "We'll fix it after launch." It was a phrase repeated so often, it became an unofficial slogan inside the company. Meanwhile, marketing kept making bigger, bolder promises. A triple sensor camera that sees in the dark, the world's first AI photographer, a chipset rivaling Apple's M-series performance, a battery that could power your life, not just your phone. Even as the engineering department begged for delays, the CEO refused. The launch date was set. The keynote venue was booked. The hype train was full speed ahead. June 15, 2024, San Jose Convention Center. 8,000 people inside, 1.4 million tuning in online. The X1 reveal looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Lights flicker, screens ignite, music blasts. The CEO, Daniel Reeve, walks on stage holding a glowing, polished, silver smartphone. He calls it the most powerful device ever put in your hand. The crowd erupts, he promises. 2x faster than any current flagship chip. Most battery life ever on a smartphone. A camera that makes you a filmmaker. A price no one can compete with. Then he reveals the shocker. Starting price, $299. The crowd screams. People run to pre-order. Influencers praise it. Tech journalists call it the end of the iPhone era. Within 48 hours, 400,000 pre-orders, a website crash. A waiting list of 200,000 more, a viral wave across social media, investors injecting another $1.8 billion. Novatech seems unstoppable. But there was a problem. The phones they displayed on stage, they weren't production-ready units. They were prototypes running special firmware designed only for the event. None of the features shown actually worked properly. And the consequences of that deception were about to explode. Manufacturing started in late August 2024. That's when everything fell apart. The NovaCore chip ran at dangerously high temperatures. The phone shut down under heavy load. The AI camera system crashed when switching lenses. The battery degraded after less than 20 cycles. The display flickered at high brightness. The frame bent when dropped from pocket height. Factory workers reported glue leakage inside units, speakers rattling, buttons getting stuck, motherboards warping during assembly, camera lenses not aligned. Thermal paste applied incorrectly, shipments were delayed, deadlines were missed, budgets were blown. But instead of slowing down, the company sped up. And then the biggest mistake happened. They shipped the first batch anyway. November 2nd, 2024. The first 20,000 devices arrived to customers. Within hours, chaos begins. Major issues reported online. Phones overheating within minutes. Cameras crashing, mid-recording, screens freezing, terrible battery life, rear cameras fogging internally, plastic frame cracking under mild pressure audio distortion, on calls AI features not working at all, the device randomly turning off. Hundreds of videos flood YouTube, X1 is unusable. Hyped, but broken. The worst launch of the decade, Reddit explodes. Twitter mocks the device, TikTok clips go viral. Novatech sends out a statement claiming the issues are normal for first batches, but customers don't buy it. Return rates hit 43% in the first week, the highest in smartphone industry history. Retail stores demand refunds. Carriers cancel marketing deals. Influencers delete sponsored posts. And then the worst blow arrives. Novatech quietly updates its website. The $299 price, gone. The new price, $499. No announcement, no apology, no explanation. Customers explode with rage. People who pre-ordered feel betrayed. Tech channels call it price manipulation at launch. Analysts question the company's survival. Pre-order cancellation rates jump to 62%. Investors start backing out. Board members panic, and internally, the truth finally hits the executives. They built a phone they couldn't actually deliver. January 2025, a YouTuber named Marcus Ray uploads a video titled, "My X1 Caught Fire," on camera. In the video, his phone overheats, screen flickers, and smoke comes out from the charging port. The clip hits 20 million views in 2 days. Mainstream media picks it up. The headline spreads everywhere. Novatech X1 poses fire risk. Regulators get involved. Safety complaints skyrocket. Retailers suspend sales. Carriers remove it from stores. Then, Novatech does the unthinkable. They initiate a full recall every single unit shipped so far. Almost 100,000 devices. It becomes the most expensive recall for a smartphone startup ever. The stock crashes. The CEO stops appearing publicly. Employees leak documents. Engineers blame management. Management blames engineers. Everyone blames someone else. But the damage is irreversible. By mid-2025, Novatech has 320,000 unsold units, $800 million in inventory, canceling suppliers, shutting down multiple factories, firing half its staff, losing partnerships, facing 9 class action lawsuits. Drone footage leaks online, showing entire warehouses filled with X1 boxes stacked from floor to roof untouched. It becomes a meme. The great smartphone graveyard. Customers joke. Buy one, get 3 free. And a fire extinguisher. Novatech's reputation is destroyed. No one wants the phone anymore. No one trusts the brand. August 2025, Novatech's board votes to suspend production entirely. Funding dries up. Employees walk out. The CEO resigns. The CFO leaves the country. The company files for restructuring. Internally, documents show they spent 3x their R&D budget. They lost 87% of pre-order customers. The NovaCore chip consumed 40% more power than expected. The battery claims were physically impossible. Marketing exaggerated. Almost every major feature engineers were ignored for 18 months. Investors pressured unrealistic timelines. The company was doomed long before launch. It's not a scandal. It's not a joke. It's a tragedy of overconfidence, hype, and ego. What killed Novatech? Not one thing. A combination. Overpromised technology, underdeveloped hardware, unrealistic timelines, bad management decisions, ignoring engineers, misleading marketing, burning investor money to fast bad launch strategy, dropping product quality, raising the price after pre-orders, public relations disasters, viral criticism, safety issues, legal pressure. Novatech became a symbol of what happens when hype is louder than reality. When startups mistake ambition for ability, when marketing runs the company instead of engineering, when promises become more important than truth,